Sun Bear. No. Sun Bear. Go get some. No, Woo, we don't have any. Sun Bear. No, Woo. It's all fucked up. We didn't even know it was coming. It sold out in like 3 days and it's all gone now. Sun Bear. Give me Sun Bear. No, Woo, don't go drawing on me. There's no Sun Bear. Cocksucker. Oh, for Christ's sake. Cocksucker. If you're watching this video, you've already realized the obvious. Sun Bear is gone. It came like a bolt of lightning in the night, illuminating the sky. And just like that, it disappeared. I tried to warn people. I saw the initial post on the Instagram page. I put it out there. I told people, hey, this usually sells out pretty quickly, and they only did half a production run on these tins of Sun Bear. You guys better jump on this. And a bunch of you guys did. I didn't actually put this on YouTube. I actually should have probably. Next time maybe I will. I'll figure out a way how to do that. Now as we open this up here, you can see the small batches in this special tin there keep those flakes a little bit closer together. And then you can see those flakes, they're really loosely pressed. They're quite beautiful. A little bit dark in origin, but you can see some of that bright Virginia sticking out there. Just look at that. That's just gorgeous. You can see some really dark stuff in there. I'm betting that that's Cavendish. I haven't spoken to Jeremy yet, but he tends to put Cavendish in all these blends. And he likens it the way that chefs use flour and a roux to help the spices spread out across your tongue. But as you're looking through here, you can see, there's a lot of red Virginias. There's a little bit of that bright in there. You can see some of that dark leaf right there. That looks like black Cavendish. And remember, the Cavendish is going to be a condiment leaf in the blend, much like using salt or pepper. It's not something that you're really going to taste. It's just going to be there to help the whole blend function. Now, these Orientals are old, so they're smooth as silk. They're already very well aged. This tin does not need aging, although if you wanted to, it's still going to be awesome because it's loaded on the Virginias there. It's Virginia heavy blend, and those always age really well. You can see kind of some of that red on there and then some of that black on top. But this blend just smokes really well right out of the tin. Now there's some confusion. This is not an aromatic blend. Jeremy did a whole video on the casings that he's got in here. So he's got, the honey from his garden, the elderflower, and even some tequila, but it's not topped. So those are not top notes. Those are casings. Those are lightly applied to the leaf before they're pressed. So, when you open it, you get this floral scent of honey, but you don't taste it. When you taste this tobacco, you are tasting the leaf. And I'm going to show you how to prepare this here. I ball it up, and then I just give it a few quick rubs in between my hands there, and you can actually see it. You don't see it here, but it just grows, and then it's right there into the ribbon cut that you want that burns so well. So I'm just going to dump that into my tray, and I'm going to leave that there for a while to kind of let it air out, and we'll be back here in a minute. All right, well, welcome back. I hope you had a good rest, as did I. I'm going to pair this up with a nice ginger tea, which is a really great thing to go with this. A little bit of that citrusy note from the bright Virginias mixes very well with the Virginia tea. And those Orientals, being normally sour, since these are all aged already, they're smooth as silk. So they're just going to give you that real nice peppery background flavor, that earthiness of the Orientals that you're going to get, the little bit of, hidden green olive. But those flavors are all, they're reduced because of the age, so they're mellowed out. They're just more harmonious with the other leaves, which makes it much better. I'm gonna set this down here, but we're packing up here. We've got a Sassini family era rusticated 4-dot. This pipe would have been made between about the 40s or the 70s. You can see the rustication there is just brilliant, and it's polished there on the top. This is an estate pipe. Let's light this up. You can see I've got a new Dunhill lighter here. Actually, it's an estate lighter, but I actually just found it online, really liked it, so I made the purchase. The first thing that you taste in this blend, for me, it's pretty rare that I like a blend right off the ball. It just doesn't happen very often. This one I liked immediately. My first breath of this was like, wow, this is really good. And like I said, it's truly unusual for me to like a blend right off the bat. But when I came to this one, I was just like,
guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more Sunbear. Thank you, Bruce.
and now I'm not trying to understate this at all. I mean, I really like this blend. I liked it the first time I tasted it. I was in love right away. In fact, I was really bummed that I had only bought 5 tins. I mean, I could have, found another way. I remember somebody saying Cup of Joe's had a few left over. But now, I mean, you just can't find it. It's already gone. Like I said, I mean, they did 4,500 tins of this one. I think on Sansel Procro they did like 8,000 tins, so it's quite a significant difference. But I really wish they would have maybe kind of just plugged in a couple more, because this is, Sansel Procro was a really spicy blend, so it was really going to be kind of a different, more something that needed to be aged, and was really going to be a more unique blend. But this is just everyman's blend. It's a daily blend. It's an all-day. You can't get this thing to bite. And I even tried. I was doing some smoke ring experiments here, but I couldn't get this thing to bite, and it was just unbelievably how smooth it is, which I just really liked. And that Sassini, man, it is just a really beautiful pipe, and that saddle pit just fits perfectly in the mouth, and this thing smokes like a dream. And I just want to add one last point about the casings on this. A lot of people in the reviews are talking about how they taste the tequila and how they taste the elderflower and honey and all this stuff. And it that's great, because, the essences are there. The oils of those things are in the background there. They're playing around. So, if you're somebody like, Jim Inks or something, and you have the sensitive palate of a sommelier, maybe you're picking some of those up. I'm not picking up any big tequila or any toppings at all. I really want to, emphasize that. This is not an aromatic blend. This is not what you're going to be considering, if you're used to like smoking like rum and maple, or, some kind of like, rum topped blend. You're not going to be tasting the tequila in the same way you are as this blend, because like I said, this one, it's really there just as a kind of perfume for the leaf, and the leaf is really what's doing all of the heavy lifting. So do you taste that typical LA boutique drink of tequila with a scoop of honey and some elderflower in that? No, that's not what you're tasting. That is a very typical boutique drink in Los Angeles, by the way. But no, that is there as a perfume. It's in the background. It's something that you smell when you're opening the tin. When you're working on this blend, when you're burning it, you're tasting the Orientals and the Virginias dancing together, and the Cavendish working all that stuff out, like a nice little bit of salt and pepper in there. It's not, that you're getting this, goopy topped blend at all. That's just not the experience of this blend. And, that's there clearly in the nomenclature. If you go ahead and read online what the guys wrote themselves about it, it's not meant to be an aromatic, and it's actually meant to be an all day, not gonna ever burn your tongue blend. And it's a great way for people who like aromatics to just kind of dip their foot in the water of maybe trying a more natural leaf blend. So, give this thing a try, definitely. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. If you find it somewhere, grab it, because you're not going to be able to find it again. Maybe they'll be able to make a different offering, but who knows if they're going to be able to have these same leaf, with the 2013, 2014 leaf. Usually, when they find something like that and they put it in a small batch, they use it all in the single batch, and then it's gone. That's kind of the, draw to the small batch. So, they did mention that this line was kind of similar in vein to some of their Oriental silk lines. So I'll have to go and kind of try some of those out. But until then, if you've got an eye on some small batch Sun Bear, you go ahead and send up the bat signal there, buddy, and you give me a call, because I'm looking for it, and I'm hunting it like a dog, like a dirty dog. All right, who's ready to go back to old Hollywood? We were doing a spin intro in the beginning of the show. Leaning on Deadwood a little bit there, and our good friend W. Earl Brown. And some of you might know him as Danny on the show. Here he is here. Great actor in a great show. Now, I know a lot of you have seen the movie come out, Deadwood, and I thought you might enjoy when I was over at the ZZ Top movie premiere, which, yes, ZZ Top had a movie just come out. They did a premiere, and it was amazing. Everybody was there. A couple guys from Guns N' Roses were there, Gilby, Matt, but also W. Earl Brown himself, the actor. He was there, and he gave us an inside scoop. There's going to be a new director's cut with some of his scenes that were cut out of the movie, about 40 minutes worth of extra scenes put in the film. And sorry for the audio here, but it sucks, but let's give a listen.
Good to see you, Steve.
Yeah, so,
Do you know if they are going to put that out?
if what?
Is it going to put it on DVD?
I don't know. I know they were talking about adding those scenes to do like a Blu-ray, like a deluxe release. I know there have been people kind of pushing, like, put that version out later.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll see the light of day. There was a lot more to the Caroline story, the young girl, the new girl. Because the idea is generations changing hands.
Right.
So, you know, she's the quasi-innocent stepping into sin.
Like under my radar, so it was a really pleasant surprise because
Again, the original one played more like the show.
And then
I
Bob,
did not see the finished version of it. No.
And so Billy Gibbons and I were inducted into the Texas Heritage Songwriters Hall of Fame.
But you say it's a 2-hour
The last time I
release?
saw it.
The cut was 220 some odd, was the original cut. There's more than that.
Oh, sure.
That's the original David Milch cut.
I mean, so where I
And
grabbed
they cut it down, it's 1 hour 50 some odd minutes, it's over 2. So there's at least half an hour of stuff. I mean, I know that I had one big payoff scene when Trixie Ghost is when she leaves the baby with Saul and says, I have to go talk to Al. I stop her in the basement. And basically, I'm telling her, you know, you need to, although I'm telling he's going to be fine, he's going to be fine. I'm telling her he's worse than you realize. And I'm standing in Al's spot at the corner of the bar, so he's kind of reluctant to become the boss, but he's not comfortable with it. Anyway, the story did not need that scene. It didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. So there's more than just my scene. There's more things like that with other characters. But again, if somebody was coming and watching it and didn't know the TV show, because they tested it.
I walked into that one too.
All right. Well, if you were able to hear any of that, then you must have bionic hearing. It was really hard because obviously there was a lot of external background noise. That's something that I could fix by having some directional microphones and different video equipment that I would need, but I'm a still photographer in Hollywood. You can see me. That's me taking these photos right here. Normally I don't have video equipment, so I'm going to need to invest in some, which I'll be putting up a Patreon eventually for the channel in order for you guys to kind of help make an investment in the channel, put some skin in the game, and we can go some really cool places. We've already got an open invite to Joe Langford's garage where he promised to press us some plum pudding. How about that? I mean, that would be a really fun trip to take. What about down to Cornell and Deal? What about some tobacco growers that actually watch the fruit of a harvest being grown and harvested? And there's lots of things that we could do, and it all requires a little donation, a little bit of skin in the game to make the whole thing work. And we're a pretty tight community, so I think we should be able to make that happen. Well, thanks for watching Old Hollywood Briar. Thanks for stopping by and spending the time. Don't forget to hit those big three: the thumbs up, the subscribe, and then that little bell so that you get a notification every time we drop a video. Thanks for watching, and stay smoky, my friends.